Here we are, finger painting, freehand style. I'm glad you're here today. Here I have set up my sturdy easel and a big 24-inch by 48-inch canvas at one of my most favorite little beaches here on South Maui. It's a nice shady spot for me to paint from, and a beautiful distant view of Kaho'olawe and the island of Molokini. So waves come in this little cove here, and that was going to be the focal point of this particular video today. So first of all, if you haven't and you know my work, please do subscribe. Most importantly, share these videos with other people. That's what I do this for. So please help me with that. I am putting on my gloves here, as you can see, on the left side. And I'm looking at the scene and thinking about the composition, thinking about how I want to lay things out. I'll basically do this entirely as a finger painting, except for the undercoating. The undercoating, I'll get a big broad brush and cover the canvas. And that will, then I'll put the brush down, and that'll be the end of the brush work. So here we go. Here's a little, I've got my gloves on, I'm ready to go. And here's a video, a little image somebody took while I was painting. So here it is. I've got the undercoating on. I'm thinking about the composition and balance here. I wanted a little more land and water below rather than sky. And I've laid out the composition with Kaho'olawe in the distance, the ocean coming in, varying the shades of blue and blue-green to create a feeling of depth in the ocean. Playing around here with the rocks and the rock formations and the plants over on the far left. Some of this I'm doing with two hands, kind of dipping into colors and then mixing them on the canvas. But I work down to the foreground. I've got the waves kind of lapping up on the wet sand. And then I started in with the sky, starting with lighter colors down low in the sky, and the colors get a little bit more intense higher in the sky, just like it does in nature. I left space for a couple, 2-3 coconut trees on the left side, and there we go. What happened next was quite interesting. I got the notification that they were going to do some palm tree trimming almost above where I was painting. So there I started taking things down. My canvas fell on the ground, and the typical plein air moments that happen out there. Here goes a real close-up, a little closer up of the evolution of the more finer details toward the end of this painting. Putting some light on the rocks there, where the rocks are wet, and having that light shimmering off the water in front of it. But there we go. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit and show you somewhere along that. I'll do some zoom in. Yeah, here we go. You can kind of see how my fingers have done this, but it's not really that different from a brush-painted painting. It's a little bit more loosely impressionistic. So I do take it to another level of detail beyond this, but this is pretty close to completion. Here momentarily, I'm going to grab my paints again. Here's my palette that I worked with. I'm going to dip in and get some kind of magenta with a little bit of violet, and using my ungloved finger at the moment. I usually wear gloves to protect my skin from all the paints. So here we go. This is my finger painting signature. My last name is Freehart. So here's my signature, a little heart with wings. When I finger paint, that's how I sign it. Occasionally I'll take a brush out and actually sign it in addition to that, but usually I put the little finger painting symbol there, and there we have it. So I think when I back out here, I also pan over to the right and take a look at the scene that I got to paint for hours today. It was just absolutely incredible. Beautiful shade overhead, shimmering light in the distance, and the waves coming in that kept repeating their pose over and over and lapping up on the shore and creating wet sand for reflections of the rock formations and the sky and so on. Anyway, it was a beautiful time. I hope you all enjoyed it, and please do subscribe and like the video if you liked it. Most importantly, share it with others. That's what this is all about. So here it is, the nearly complete painting, finger painted at Makena Cove. Have a great day.